much as I was younger, but I definitely can stay up later than I can wake up in the morning. But, oh, well, that's just me, I guess. So I will be more than happy to get you on the list here, Chuck. You're number 7. What have you been doing with yourself? Give us a little rundown, or give me a little bit of a rundown what you've been up to here before you run off there. WB4AIZ, AB, and I'm out.
Hello, B4AIZ. Actually, not a whole lot. Last exciting thing I did was first Friday of the month I went to a ham radio club with a ham that I got to be friends with over he's from Aitland. Well, you might know him, WDA, MIU. Warm weather Wade, over.
Oh, very nice. Okay. That's good that you're involved with the club there, and Wade is doing well. Usually, well, he doesn't always check it, but sometimes he checks it here on Sunday night. I guess it depends on how many people are watching the football game, although I don't think it's a particularly high climax on the football game tonight, at least with the teams playing, but I guess that's just my personal opinion. I've been watching football all day and playing on the radio as well, so let's see. Yeah, we got I think the Sarah Club meeting is meeting this Thursday too, and I'll plan to go. The weather's supposed to still be good, so there's no guarantee it's going to be as good in December. That's usually when we start getting lake effect snow. So, Chuck, have you lived in Florida your whole life, or are you just relocated from somewhere of a colder climate?
Well, actually, I've been down here since 74 of northwestern Pennsylvania, between Erie and Pittsburgh, and I know what snow fences are, and lake effect snows, and all that good stuff. I came from near Warren, PA. That was a big city, a little town called Sheffield, and I came down here in 74, 74, and helped my parents move down when my dad retired, and this is the small town moving to a big area, so West Coast of Florida. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And in fact, I got my license, I think it was in 72. So I wonder if there's a half-century wireless association. But anyway, over.
All right, very good there, Chuck. Well, let's see, that must have still been the time, I'm guessing, when you were required to change your call sign when you relocated to a new district. In this case, you went from 3-land to 4-land. So, okay, so you didn't live too far away from me. I'm over in the snow belt of northeast Ohio, east of Cleveland. About a little less than an hour drive from the PA line, probably about 45 minutes from the Pennsylvania border. Jamestown, PA is probably the most direct to my east there. So let's see, I missed the larger city you said you were near. By small, you said like was Suffield or Sheffield or something like that, the town you were in. So you said you were in between Erie and Pittsburgh. So my guess is maybe somewhere around Erie or Greenville or Meadville or Oil City or Newcastle, somewhere in there. If you got snow, I'm guessing you were somewhere between Meadville and Erie, because that is the snow belt up there in PA. So I guess you chose well to get away from the snow. You haven't looked back. So, all right, Chuck. Well, I won't hold you. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. And you have some sweet dreams there, my friend. I will throw it back to you for your final here. WB4AIZ. This is ABNMO.
W8WKY.
ABNMO, WB4AIZ. Very good. The big city was Whiskey Alpha Romeo Echo November Warren, and Sheffield was my hometown, which was 2,000 people. In fact, it wasn't quite 2,000 people. And Allegheny National Forest, and we had 4 roads coming into Sheffield, 666, 666, and 948. So, anyways, you can find it on Google Maps or whatever mapping software you use, but it was really kind of a small town, village, whatever. Anyways, very good. And I got my, by the way, I started out with my novice. Got my novice test through the tech school I was going to in Pittsburgh. Whiskey November 3, Peter, Charlie, Nancy. But at the time, I could not use Pennsylvania's craziest novice, since I didn't have phone privileges. And then when I became a technician, I still couldn't use my Peter, Pennsylvania's craziest novice, because I was a technician. So, anyways, that's the big, I got to get to 4. And, anyways, everything is fine. So I don't, but general, that's a whole different, that's a whole other story. But I'll tell you someday. All right, 73, have a great one. WB4AIZ in Florida, FLG and SLG. I didn't really get it right. WB4AIZ.
No, that's okay. Yeah, just Nick. He's the Wednesday night pre-show hauler, and I'm ABNMO, and I do logging, but I kind of come in here a little bit at the pre-show before KEAQWE comes in and does the official pre-show. So I'm just starting to populate the list here and get them a little bit of head start. So, all right, Chuck. Yeah, you'll have to tell me about that sometime. You have yourself a great night, and we'll catch you later. This is AB8MO.
Yeah, AB8MO before I see 73s, and anyways, all right, 73s, WB4NC.
W8WKY.
This is AB8MO. Doing a little pre-check here. Gonna see before I open up a NetLogger, or go live with it rather. See if there's anybody out there on the RF side of the repeater who would like to get on the list here before I open the floodgates and check everybody in who gets on NetLogger. Already got Chuck in here, in and out. Would anybody else like to join? This is ABNMO for the pre-show of the BeaconNet.
So, Echo Quebec Romeo, KE8TQR. Good evening, Andrew. Keith here in Uniontown.
Okie dokie. Got Keith, KE8TQR. Got you in there, Keith. Anybody else? Yeah, all right. I don't know what changed with NetLogger, but preferred names don't work anymore. I have to enter them manually, and for whatever reason, Keith, I spelled your name KE8TH. I don't know how or why, but I don't know. But I got you in there, Keith. We'll get you there pretty close to the top of the list for the pre-show. Anybody else would like to join before I open up NetLogger here? You have been warned. Alrighty, I'll stand on the side here, listen for any more check-ins, and we'll catch KE8QWE Mike at the bottom of the hour. NetLogger is open for business. This is AB8MO.
W8WKY.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
CQ. Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. This is Mike, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. I will be doing the pre-checks for tonight. This is a directed net, and all traffic needs to go through net control. If there's any priority or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. I'll take a quick break, see if there's anything going on. Okay, it's all quiet, which is good. Okay, the net is on the following: the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater on 147.39 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node of 48.496 and Echolink connection of Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee Dash Romeo. Okay, first things first, before we get the show going, let's go ahead and do the ever-popular Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's start at the top. Let's go with Nick at Night, KE8QKO.
KE8QKO. Hello, Mike, and hello, everybody on the net. All right, well, it's at 9:30, so I'm going to stand by and maybe try to listen here a little bit and wait for that to start up at 10. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. KE8QKO.
Okay, Nick, that sounds good. You sound fine. Looks like everything's working great. Next is me. I know I'm working, or I'm here. Okay, and now the world's greatest logger, Andy, AB8MO. Hello. Okie dokie. We'll see how this works today. KE8QWE. This is AB8MO. Present and accounted for, I think. And sounds like Allstar is behaving itself. Last week, well, let's see, Wednesday, it was so terrible, I just disconnected the repeater, and it was bad on my end, too. Two separate connections, but sounds like it's all good now. Whatever spectrum or whatever cable provider that apparently we both use fixed the problem. All right, throw it back to you and get back to the roll call. KE8QWE, this is ABNMO behind the keyboard. Okay, Andy, you sound great. It looks like everything's working just the way we want here. Okay, I'll go ahead and clear with AB8MO. Okay, let's go talk to Just Nick. KD8SLG, hello?
KE8QWE, this is KD8SLG. Hey, Mike and everybody. Just wanted to stop in, get my ticket punched tonight. Try and DV switch, so I have no clue how I sound. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Okay, Nick, you sound fine. I won't say you sound as good as you do on RF, but you sound great. It's perfectly copyable and nice and clear. Okay, I'll go ahead and clear with KD8SLG. Let's go talk to Mr. Squatch. KD8EPC, hello. KD8EPC. Okay, we'll give him a call later on. He has no responsibilities whatsoever tonight, so maybe he's here, maybe he's not. Okay, let's go talk to our trivia master, Eric. KE8VZA, hello, Eric.
KE8QWE, this is KE8VZA. Hi there, Mike. Hope you're doing well. You're sounding good. Got the trivia question ready to go, and I'll turn it back to you. This is KE8VZA.
Okay, Eric, you sound fine. I'll go ahead and clear with KE8VZA. Okay, I'm going to run down through I have on the list up to this point, and we'll open it up for some new check-ins. Okay, first we had Whiskey Bravo 4 AIZ, Chuck in Florida. It looks like he's in and out. And next we had Keith, KE8TQR. Hello, Keith.
KE8QWE, KE8TQR. Good evening, Mike. I'll be sticking around for the big show.
Okay, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, let's go out to Annapolis, Maryland, and talk to Eddie. Whiskey 3 ETB. Hello, Eddie.
Yep, yes, I will be here and going to be listening for those trivia questions. So I'll be sticking around for a bit and probably listening after that. Turn back to you, Mike, so you can get on with some more check-ins.
Okay, Eddie, that sounds good. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey 3 ETB. And see, next we have K5CFI. I know he's probably on the other net right now. He's always here for the main show, but I'll give him a holler. K5CFI, Ray, are you there?
W8WKY.
QWE and the net, K5CFY. Thank you there, Mr. Mike. Doing a great job there on the pre-net. I'll definitely be hanging around. I'd like to thank Mr. Andy there on the keyboard. You're doing a great job, and everybody up there to putting the net on. I'll be listening, and I won't say Sebby 3 yet, but we'll be listening. K5CFY, back to you, Mike.
Okay, Ray, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. I'll go ahead and clear with K5CFY. Let's go talk to Tom. KA8MNT. Hello, Tom.
KE8QWE. This is KA8MNT. Good evening, Mike, and everybody else that's here so far. I think I will probably listen for a while, but my eyelids are going to start getting heavy, so I'll just sit here and listen and be in and out. 7-3s, everybody.
Okay, Tom, that sounds good. Hey, have a great night and get some sleep. Yeah, I'm tired too. I've been going at it. Oh, let's see. I started this morning and I really haven't sat down much until about an hour ago, so I'm tired too. So I'll go ahead and clear with KA8MNT. Tom, have a great night. Okay, let's go talk to Josh. KE8YUG. Hello, Josh.
KE8QWE. Good to hear you, Mike, and I appreciate you getting me in there and getting me logged in from the blue screen there, Andy. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be hanging out. Be here all night. I'll pass it back to you. KE8YUG.
Okay, Josh, that sounds good. Welcome. I'll go ahead and clear with KE8YUG. Let's go talk to Uncle Fred. KE8QFT. Hello, Fred.
Hello. I hope I get this thing working tonight. Not much to say now, but I'll be hanging around. KE8QFT back to the pre-net.
Okay, Fred, it is working great. You sound just fine. I'm not sure what you are using, but it's working great. Hey, and go Browns. I'll go ahead and clear with KE8QFT. Let's go talk to John out in Oklahoma. NJ5Z. Hello, John.
Zulu, just to say hi to everybody. We're just getting ready to go to the arms of Morpheus here in a little bit. We'll see what's going on, and what are you guys up to? NJ5 Zulu, back to the net.
Okay, John, are you going to be here for the entire net and do trivia? Over.
QTH, and sometimes I fall asleep, being an old man, I guess like CFY himself. And maybe Fred gets a little time to sleep to himself, I guess, but we'll see. But I will be listening in, but I'm not going to say anything too hard and fast.
Okay, John, that sounds good. Have a great night. Okay, let's talk to FedEx Mike. K3QFC. Hello, Mike.
W8WKY repeater PL114.8.
KC3QFC. Hello, Mike. Okay, well, we will leave him on the list and give him a holler. Okay. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beaconette, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Let's see here. This is WBHGKV Whiskey Bravo 8 Golf Kilo Victor, Ed in Wadsworth. KD2HCE will
Net control.
KD2HCE.
This is Kilo India 5 Romeo Foxtrot India KI5 RFI Mac in Arkansas.
Net control.
Okay, it looks like I had somebody that was right behind KE8MMY. Could you please try it again, please?
This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo Phil in Canal Fulton. Hello, Mike.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee November Juliet, John in Norton.
Y2L, Jack in the Falls.
Okay, could the last caller come again, please?
Jack in the Falls.
Okay, I'm having trouble getting your call sign. Could you please come again phonetically, please? Okay, I'm going to take a break and go down who I have. Okay, I have Ed, Whiskey Bravo 8, GKB. Hello, Ed.
Well, say good evening there. I'm on the leak this time, so I caught me over the other part of the room. Hopefully it's getting in okay. We thought we'd get in here and say hello. And we should be around for a while. WB8 GKV.
Okay, Ed, you sound fine. It sounds great. Welcome to our net. I'm going to go here and clear with Whiskey Bravo 8 GKV. Let's go out to KI5 RFI. That's back in Springdale.
This is KI5 RFI in Springdale, Arkansas. Good evening, everybody on the net there. I plan on hanging around for the big show, so I'll let you go back to checking everybody in there. This is KI5 RFI.
Okay, Mac, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. I'll go ahead and clear with KI5 RFI. Let's go see how Phil is doing. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Mike. It's good to hear you in there, WV3K. I'm not going to be staying in this evening. I've got a couple doctor appointments down at the VA tomorrow, so I'm in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear, and wish you all a very wonderful and blessed evening. So you take care of yourself, and to the whole team that's working with you, thank you for all that you're doing. And it's a lot of fun hearing you, but I'm not even going to be able to do that tonight. I got to get to bed. So you take care and God bless. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, back to net control, pre-net.
W8WKY.
Okay, Phil, that sounds good. Go ahead and get yourself some sleep so you're wide awake to go and get your test tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Oh, let's go see what Chris is up to. KE8MMY. Hello, Chris.
KE8MMY. Hello to you and the rest of the net. Yeah, I will be around here. I can't wait to hear the trivia questions, both of them there. And it has just been a wonderful Sunday of radio. I found a lot of magic on the 40-meter band there here this evening. So I'm juiced up. KE8MMY, back to net.
Okay, Chris, that sounds good. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8MMY. Yeah, okay, let's go talk to John. KE8YNJ. Hello, John.
Hello, Mike. KE8YNJ. And I think we'll try to stick around for the show, and we'll see what the trivia is, and go from there. So, anyways, thanks for your work on the net, the free net, and we'll talk to you soon. KE8YNJ.
Okay, John, that sounds good. Welcome. I'll go ahead and clear with KE8YNJ. Let's go talk to Jack, N8YQL. Hello, Jack.
So, how you doing? You gotta watch out for that Ed guy. He's nothing but trouble. I turned the power up a little bit. I don't know if that made it clearer. But I'm linking, and my radio isn't at home now. It's over at my technician's house. So my HT that I'm linking was only on 0.5 watt. I turned it up to 5 watts. Is that a little bit better?
Jack, it is perfect. You are nice and quiet. I can fully understand everything you are saying. That was the right change here. So, Jack, are you going to be around for the entire net?
What time does this net wrap up?
Usually it's about 11 to 11:30. Over.
Okay, real good. I had to wait for the repeater to drop. Thank you very much for getting back to me, and hopefully we'll be awake. November 8th, Yankee, Quebec, Lima.
Okay, Jack, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, let's go talk to Chris. KD2HCE. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Mike. Just saying hi. Got a lot of paperwork to do. It's the end of the week. Still running everything on the other net. So just a quick hi, and I'll be listening out. KD2HCE.
Okay, Chris, that sounds good. Hey, and have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD2HCE. Now, Mark, KC8FQV. Hello, Mark.
Hey, good evening, KC8FQV here. Yeah, I was out in Wayne County yesterday. We were out there yesterday. Went to an Amish farm petting zoo down towards Eaton or Elton. Look on my thing, but that's where we were yesterday. But yeah, we'll be around. So, actually, if I look at this thing, well, we'll be around. I'm going to do that. I'm going to look at this sticker, because they give you a sticker to wear around the farm so they know you paid. So we'll send it back to net control, KCFQV.
Okay, Mark, welcome to our net. And besides, it wouldn't be a net without you. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC8FQB. I better ID this thing before the FCC comes knocking. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beaconette, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Alpha Foxtrot 5, Julia Bravo, Matt, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's what time?
Okay, well, we picked up Matt. Hello, Matt, and how are you? AF5JB?
Well, I did a lot better than I was last Monday night. I had kidney stone last Monday night, so I had to go to the hospital and get a pain shot, but it didn't last too long. I was back. We're gonna go in a few hours. And take off work for a little bit, but I'm back in business again, and have a good week. Have a good weekend. Got my route done on Saturday and everything, and then got done doing that, and went home and had me something to eat, and got all cleaned up, got around, and did my chores and everything, and all the laundry and all that, and then I went to Dave Buster's, played some Pac-Man Battle Royale. That's a good game, and then another race car game called Cruise and Blast. That's a good game, and then I went to the Hard Rock and ate there, kind of walked around a little bit, and then went back to home, and as usual, kind of hung out for a little bit, and had me a beer, and went to bed, and kind of took it easy for the rest of the day so other than that, still hanging in there, and still going, fixing to start a whole new week here, and I'll get around everything, so I'm one and done. You guys get safe the work week out there. Good night as well, and from City 3, good to hear you, and until next time, thanks for having me. And this is the AFIJB, Matt, in the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, back to Naked Trail. Until next time, thanks again.
Okay, Matt, that sounds good. I'm glad that you're feeling better than you did the other day. I'll tell you, pain is new fun for anybody. So, Matt, you go ahead and have a great day. I'll probably hear from you next week. So, if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf KC5 RBG Shannon and Tulsa mobile and short time.
W8WKY.
Okay, we picked up Shannon. KC5, real big guns. Okay, Shannon, you are mobile and short time, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, I just dropped Kenyon off with his parents. Well, we had dinner, and then they took him from there. But, yeah, coming home from dinner. And wanted to get in there and load one high while I could. So, I don't know if I'm going to... Well, I'll probably be around for the big show, but by the time I get there, by the time you get to me on the end of the list there, I should be home and available, so I'll go ahead and stay around for the big show, even though I'll transition here after a while. So Charlie 5, real big guns. God bless. 73. Back to net control.
Okay, Shannon, that sounds good. Welcome to the net. We have you on the list, and probably by the time we get down to you, hopefully you will be home. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC5, real big guns. Okay, Alaska Mike, KL7 Frozen Radio. Hello, Mike. KL7 Frozen Radio. Okay, one more time. Mike, KL7FR. Hello.
I'm having trouble with my node. I don't know if I'm making it in. I'm getting audio on one node, but it seems like I can't transmit on my HTs anyway. It's winter time here in Willow, Alaska. Back down in the single digits, but we're supposed to get a snow dumping tonight. Somewhere between 7 and 10 inches of snow, and then some more on tomorrow on Tuesday. So anyway, hopefully I'm making it in. I'm going to see if I can fix what's going on with my nodes. KL7FR, back to net control.
Okay, Mike, well, it seems to be working fine here. You are perfectly clear and fully copyable. So we have you on the list. I'll go ahead and clear with KL7FR. Okay, let's go talk to Mark, KG4SCK. Hello, Mark.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Yes, sir. Glad I'm here, and I'll be sticking around for the big show. KG4SCK.
Okay, Mark, that sounds good. You sound fine. I'm sure I sound just like me. We are glad to have you on the net. Okay, it looks like I picked up, let's see, you look like the last one. I'll take one more call before we go over to Nick. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beaconette, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Quebec, Oscar, Yankee, KE8QOY, Joe, in Youngstown, in and out.
KC3WV, Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey, Oscar, Victor. Cody over here in Clark, Pennsylvania. I'm also going to be in and out.
Okay, we picked up KE8QOY. Hello, Joe, and you are going to be in and out, correct?
Roger, roger. It's Roger, roger.
Okay, Joe, that sounds good. Go ahead and have a great night. And we also picked up KC3, Whiskey, Oscar, Victor. Hello, Cody.
Good evening to everyone. Hope everybody's having a good night and enjoying the time. I know I made a contact on a repeater on UHF that normally I can't hear, so the band conditions are good. But unfortunately, I cannot stick around for the big beacon net, so just wanted to pop in and say hello. It's been a while since I've been here. I'll let you guys get started. 73 KC3 WOV.
Okay, Cody, that sounds good. Have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey Oscar Victor. I'm going to go ahead and ID the thing, and then we'll pass this on over to Nick. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. Okay, I'd like to transfer over to Kilo Echo 8, QKO. Nick at night, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mike, and fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening, and welcome to the Beaconnet. My name is Nick. My call sign is K8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beaconnet, let me restart that. The Beaconnet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, if there are any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Nothing heard. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Quebec Alpha, P83C28. The name is Brian, and I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
All right, fine business. Thank you, Brian. Got you VA3CQA checked in there from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Looks like we have the one check-in, so Mike did a fine job on the pre-show as always, getting the check-ins in there. Before we start going through our list of check-ins, though, we're going to go to our trivia masters for the evening. And we are going to start with K8BZA, Eric, to get our first question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA with the trivia question for the net tonight. Okay, in the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? Again, in the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? Possibilities are A, alpha, mustard, Bravo, ketchup, Charlie, Worcestershire sauce, or Delta, horseradish. Let me take a break and I'll repeat it.
W8WKY.
Okay, once again. In the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? Alpha, mustard. Bravo, ketchup. Charlie, Worcestershire sauce. Or Delta, horseradish. And I will post this question with the possible answers into the blue screen. So this is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure all of them were around in the 1830s. But I have a guess in my head, but I'm going to save my answer as my net controller prerogative for later on in the net. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, next we're going to go up to KF5DAY, Alan. See what the alternate question is this evening. Alan, take it away.
Hey, perfect timing. KI5DAY in the net. I had just almost finished typing when you called me there, Nick, and yeah, I just made it in here, just typed it in the screen. So here we go. I will give tonight's alternate trivia question. It is estimated that every day in the United States, Americans consume approximately how much pizza? Is it A, enough to cover 100 acres, B, roughly 3,600,000 pounds of pizza, C, enough to fill 2,550 semi-trailers full, or D, enough to feed the entire Cornwaldo bean clan for 7 years? Let me let this drop. One more quick reading. It is estimated that every day in the United States, Americans consume approximately how much pizza? Is it A, enough to cover 100 acres, B, roughly 3,600,000 pounds of pizza, C, enough to fill 2,550 semi-trailers full, or D, enough to feed the Cornwaldo entire Cornwall being clan for 7 years. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine question. I'm a little curious. There's some rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Odd measurements, and they don't seem to relate too well. But I don't know. Maybe I can toss out a guess here as I think about it some more. But I'm also going to save my answer as my net controller prerogative to answer later. But thank you again, sir, for another fine alternate trivia question. Okay, this is KEAQKO with a WWKY repeater. We've got all of our check-ins since the start of that. We've gotten our trivia questions, and we have some people lined up from the pre-show that want to get their comments in there. So we're going to start going through that list. First, we had WB4AIZ, Chuck, who is in and out, and then we go down to K8TQR, Keith, to get his comments and answers tonight. Keith, take it away.
KEAQKO, KE8TQR. Good evening, Nick. Thanks for running the net tonight. You and the rest of the crew, Mike and Andrew, are doing a fine job. Do appreciate it. And good evening to everyone else on the net tonight. Good to hear everybody. Well, I hope everybody's weekend went real well, and I hope the week goes just fine with everyone as well. So, yeah, there's that. I had a really good weekend. I spent the morning walking around the Medina Gun Show with a friend of mine. It was a pretty nice show. I made a couple small purchases, not much, and came home, went over to another friend's house, and that would be LTR Bill. I was checking out the rigging he's got set up to get his tower in the vertical position, and he's done a fine job. Something I got to work on once I go to put mine up next spring. But anyway, other than that, I had a great dinner. Wife's a great cook, and I'm down here in the shack talking to my friends. So let's see, trivia, before I forget. The main trivia question, I am going to go with A, because I have done some reading, mostly Westerns, but I know they used to make a mustard poultice for most wounds, so I'm going to go with A. And the other trivia question, I am going to go with A as well, to cover 100 acres. Yeah, that's my answers, A and A. So with that, like I said, I hope everyone's week goes real well. And take care out there, everybody, as you go back to work. And everyone just have a great week. With that, I'll send this back to you, Nick, at Net Control. This is KE8TQR saying 73, everyone.
All right, thank you, Keith. I got you down there for Alpha and Alpha. Yeah, I think I hadn't been to a gun show in years, and a couple years ago I went with a friend, and I don't know, didn't feel the same as it used to be when I was younger. But I'm glad you had a good time, and I don't know, maybe try the Medina one. I went to the one in Summit County Fairgrounds when I went, and like I said, it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't what I remembered it being. Anyway, yeah, again, like I said, you had a good time and got your answers in there. So next we go down to W3ETV. Eddie, how you doing, right, Eddie? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Yeah, hi. Not too much traffic. Actually, really great net on the board breakers today. You've taken the first hour, the second hour, so a lot of fun. Talking about everybody's favorite foreign cars. I would actually say some of their favorite foreign sports cars, but one person is the MGB, but the other has different cars that they like. Other foreign cars, and of course all the other cars like Korean cars, the Japanese cars, and all the cars that are made over there, and the Far East. Also, I guess we would consider them foreign. Some of them are probably made over here as well. I guess I don't know. Cars made where anymore? But from being confused, which I am, I'm going to go ahead and try to get a stab at the trivia questions. Mike Keith's answers towards the question A and A, although I think I'll go with D for the main trivia question and say that Reddish sounds pretty good. If I had something, probably I might try Reddish. If it didn't kill me, they would probably do something. And actually, for the Alan question, I'll try B. It sounds like it's got 3.6 million pounds. That's probably not right because people love pizza. I know I do. And we had some just the other night, once a week. I got to have pizza. Turn it back over to Nick so you can move on, and I'll say 73 for now because I'll be sleeping here in the chair pretty soon. Take care, Nick, and take care, everybody on that. We'll talk to you later. W3ETV, back to net.
All right, thank you, Eddie. We have you listed for Bravo and Bravo for your trivia answers. Is that correct?
That was E and B. So E for the main trivia and B for the alternate trivia.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, the net logger had a question mark next to us. I wanted to confirm. But, yeah, thanks for getting in with us there. We got your trivia answers down as Bravo and Bravo. Now, before I go any further, I am going to go up to one of our net control stations that's apparently about to turn into a pumpkin. And we're going to talk to KD8 EPC Dustin before he goes to bed. Hopefully he's still listening, and we can get his comments for the net. Dustin, take it away.
Hey, QKO and the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening, Nick. Good evening to everybody out there on the net this evening. Don't have a whole lot for you. Long, busy day at work. Otherwise, just hung around the house this evening and kind of took it easy. Andy's already got my trivia answers there, I do believe. So just wanted to stop by, say hello, and don't worry, even when I go to bed, I'll still be listening. I need something to haunt me in my nightmares there. Hi. So with that, Nick, we'll say thanks for having us. Have a great net and get lots of check-ins. This is KD8EPC, back over to net control.
All right, Dustin, thanks for getting in with us there. Yeah, if you need a nice soothing voice to go to sleep to, just listen to me running the net. That'll put you to sleep in a fast hurry. And if that doesn't work, just start counting check-ins. All right, thanks for getting in there, sir, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday at the club meeting. Next, we're going to go down to K5 CFY Ray. How you doing tonight, Ray? What traffic do you have for us?
Give me a ring, Slapback. Give me a ring.
I'm not sure about that. You want to go ahead and get him, Nick?
Yeah, last caller, say again.
Maybe not. KE8, QKO, K5CFY and net. Good evening, everyone. Nick and I did a great job, and Mike did a great job on the pre-show. Let's see, and Mr. Andy is doing a wonderful job on the net logger. Appreciate all that. Makes the net go a lot smoother. So anyway, don't really have anything. My answers are Alpha and Bravo. So I'll give it back to you there, Nick, and have a great net. K5 CFY, we'll be listening too.
All right, thank you, Ray. Got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. It's always good to hear you on the net. Next, we had KA8MNT, who was in and out, and then we are now down to KA8YUG. Josh, how you doing tonight, Josh? And what traffic do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
everybody else out there. And, well, we'll start with the trivia. Let's see here. For the first one, I'm just going to go with A, mustard. And I seem to remember something about mustard, but I could be wrong. And then for the second, the alternate, going to go with A also for the 100 acres. That seems maybe possible. I'm not sure. It was a good weekend, good weather. We're going to continue the weather, I think, this week, which is going to be nice because I was working on some antenna locations this weekend. Hopefully be putting something up this week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I got a couple ideas, in the works, and so hopefully I can get a little bit louder and hear a little bit better and all that. And thanks to Pete and Jeannie for that. They gifted me a pretty sweet antenna. Very excited about it, so we'll look forward to that. And yeah, it was a good weekend at the Norris lunch. That was awesome. We got to see a bunch of good people there, and good food, and good weather too. We got to chat outside beforehand. That was a lot of fun actually, just kind of standing there chatting for a while with the group and everybody. Then getting in there. Yeah, good food. Just a great time, as it always is. But it was really special this time, so that was a lot of fun. All right, yeah. Well, I'm going to be listening out the net here, enjoying it, and finishing off the weekend before the work week starts. So everybody have a good night, and I'll say 73 now, but I'll be listening. KE8YUG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Josh. We got the answers down for Alpha and Alpha. You're right, one work week ahead of us, but it's a long week before a short week, so we have that to look forward to. So hopefully that makes it go faster. It probably won't. But yeah, thanks for checking in with us there. And then we are going to go down to K8QFT. Uncle Fred, how you doing tonight, sir? What traffic do you have for that this evening?
Well, I don't know. The trivia just put me down for Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo. Interesting fact. The Browns won today. Now, according to the ESPN, they got people who do all kinds of statistics. I mean, like this is worse than counting the leaves on the tree. I mean, the statistics they come up with. The Browns set a record today. They're the first team in known history to fall behind in the first minute of a game, only to win this game in the last minute. They never led for the whole game. There's about 21 seconds left in the game before they took the lead. And ESPN said that never happened before. So, let's see what else is going on. Not a lot. I might be able to make it to the meeting Thursday. Other than that, not much else. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. That's a fine record, I guess, to have. Better than no record. And we got your answers down for Delta and Bravo. Next, we have three stations that were checked in and out. I'm going to go through them real quick. That was NJ5Z. That was KC3QFC, FedEx Mike. We have his answers as Bravo and Delta. And we have KE2BZXK, whose answers are Alpha and Charlie. That takes us down to WB8GKVN. How you doing tonight, sir? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
There you go. See, WB8GKV is here. And first of all, I would get the trivia done first. Let's see, for the trivia, I think I'm going to pick which, how do they say that, the Three Stooges? Worcestershire sauce or something. I can't say Worcestershire. something like that. Anyway, Worcestershire. I think that's the way they came out. So Worcestershire sauce sounds good to me, just because I like it. It's kind of strong. It might have some medicinal purposes. And I think that's a C on that one. And I think the other question, not knowing the answer, well, I don't know the answer to either one, but I'll just take the A for the football, the big fields, many acres. So we'll take a alpha on the second trivia. And outside of that, we just want to say good evening to everybody on the net tonight. Say hello and all that stuff. And we're just sitting here enjoying the what we're hearing. And I do have the other HT on. I guess that tells me my link is working. That's a good way to check. So I guess the link is working tonight. So you never know about this here link deal. Back to net control, WBHGKB.
All right, thank you, Ed. Got you on there for Charlie and Alpha. It's always good to hear from you, sir. And next we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing tonight, Mac? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Well, good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net from Springdale, Arkansas. It's been a beautiful fall day here today. Enjoying the sunshiny weather. It's not real warm, but it's not real cold, so it's okay. Been playing radio a little bit this week and enjoyed that. Today I just sat around watching Netflix movies and with my wife. So my answer to the trivia question is going to be ketchup on the first one and 100 acres on the second one. Hope that's close. KI5 RFI.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Mac. Can you come back with your trivia answers one more time? I think we just got your alternate answer.
Let's see, I'm going to go with ketchup on the first one. I'm not sure what letter that was. And 100 acres of pizza on the second one there. That's it, KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, sir. You're going to get you down for Bravo and Alpha. Thanks for getting in with us, and we always appreciate to hear from you. Next, we have WV3K Phil, who is in and out, and we are now down to K8MMY Chris. How you doing tonight, Chris? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Well, good evening there. I hope everything's coming through here. The radio seems to be acting just a little funny. But I am just as fine as frog fur. For the quiz, I think that I'm going to go with horseradish because I think that still is something that people use at times. And for the second question, I'm going to go with all of the above. I think all of those things are true about the pizza we eat every day. So with that, I'm going to hand it back to you, K8MMY.
All right, thank you, Chris. Yeah, you're coming all right. A little scratchy, a little quiet, but we heard everything you had to say. We got you down for Delta for the primary question and all of the above for the alternate question. So thanks for getting in with us. It's good to hear from you. And now we're now down to K8, Y, and J. John, how you doing tonight, John? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Good evening, everybody. And K8, Y, and J. And I think I could find medicinal purposes for all of the condiments that were listed there in one way or another, but I think I'm going to go with D Delta for horseradish. And then on the second question, we're going to go with B Bravo for the 3.6 million pounds of whatever that B answer was. But I think I like that. But they were both good questions. And, yeah, I think pizza's pretty popular, so we'll see how that goes. Well, anyways, I hope everybody has a good week, and we're going to go ahead and turn it back to net control and say 7-3, guys. KE8YNJ.
All right, thank you, John. Got you in there with your answers of Delta and Bravo, and thanks for checking into the BeaconNet tonight. Next, you're now down to N8YQL Jack. How you doing tonight, Jack? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Yeah, this is N8YQL in the Falls, the Hugo Falls. Hope you're doing good. Let me ask you a question. Are you using the internet for your audio?
No, sir. I am getting in with RF from my 991 Alpha here into the repeater. We have some folks checking in here that are connecting with a digital node, but I am not. So we do use the internet for all of our logging, and there's some back-end communication. So if you ever want to tag along, you can download NetLogger and hop on the blue screen and see some of the conversations that ensue. But no, I am straight into the repeater through RF. Now the repeater is connecting to other nodes digitally, but I am into the repeater through RF.
Okay. For some reason, I can't make your audio loud. It's loud and it's clean, but there's no top end in it at all. When that gentleman came in a minute ago, he sounded great. He had top end in there, and I just wondered if you're using the internet, because I know that'll knock the top end off. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make out what you said when you came back there. So, that's what I'm hearing on my end, anyhow. Thanks for letting me in. It ain't YQL.
All right, Jack. Thank you. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah, like I said, I'm getting into the repeater through RF. I'm in Springfield Township, and I have a little J-ball running next to my house, but that's where I'm at. Did you have a chance to answer our trivia questions?
Oh, sir, we'll pass. And I could understand you better that time. I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. November 8, Yankee, Quebec, Lima.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I will admit that I don't always have the microphone set at the same distance and the same angle from my face when I talk into it, so maybe that had an effect. Sometimes I change hands and things like that, but yeah, good to hear from you. And before we go any further, I realized I forgot to check in. I forgot to identify the last identify point, so I'm going to do that now. This is KE8QKO, the WWKY repeater, going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. Next, we had KD2HCE Chris, who was in and out, and we are now down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
All right, KC8QV. Well, I want to say ketchup and 100 acres. Ketchup and 100 acres. Well, I have used mustard when I have some paint things with my feet, and I'm grabbing a thing of mustard. And of course, I use sugar a lot of times, but I'm low. Well, I use pop. But, yeah, yesterday I was out in Amish country. Went down to Hirschberger's farm down in Wayne County. They have a farm market down there. We went down there. My sister took her grandkids down. So that was a good ride down. And I'm just amazed that, Shreve, way down there in the southwest corner of Wayne, and gets into Worcester, not Worcester, gets into the Doylestown machine. Although maybe he does come through Worcester. But there's a lot of hills down there. So, a beautiful country. This country has got a lot of beautiful scenes. And I see why the truckers, some of the guys say they rather run on the secondary roads, the surface roads. There's a guy on, sounds like a gal, WJY. Well, he's a man. He drives truck, and he says a lot of times he'd rather run the surface roads because you don't know what you'll get on with the freeways. And that is true at times. You never know what will happen there. So we'll send it back to the net control, and this is the only place you'll hear me if you're on that other conference. So we'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. I think we have your primary answer as alpha, but I'm not sure we have your alternate answer. You want to come back with your trivia answers one more time?
All right, I said ketchup, and I was just talking about mustard, but I said ketchup. I was talking about mustard because my foot doctor even made a comment about it, and I've used it a few times, but I say ketchup because that's back in the time, and the other one was 100 acres. Just like Wayne has hundreds of acres out there, some farmers are farming. So 100 acres, KCNFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Gus down there for Bravo and Alpha. Before we go any further, we have another net control station that's about to turn into a pumpkin. We're going to see if he's still listening before he goes, and that's going to be K8QWE. Mike, how you doing, sir? Do you want to pass any comments onto the net before you go to bed? All right, hearing nothing there, we were maybe a little slow on the draw, and he might have already stepped away and gone to bed. So good night, Mike. And next we had AF5JB Matt, who was in and out, and we are now down to KC5. Real Big Guns, Shannon. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Howdy, KC5 RBG, and yeah, it's been a pretty good weekend. Friday went to lunch with Rimmel and his wife, K6DOY, and Jackie, I can't remember her call. And then Saturday, I picked up Kenyon about 1, and we went to eat veterans lunch with Rimmel and his wife again. So that was nice. Then I got home and Kenyon goes, oh, you got Flash a new harness? I said, yep. I got him a new seatbelt. So he's like, well, let's take him for a ride. So I was like, okay. Well, I needed to take him to the vet anyway, get his shots redone. And it was shot time. So we went over to the vet and got Flash some shots. And that went good. Came home and played the rest of the night. Woke up today and played around a little bit, and then he's like, I want to go do something. I said, okay, what do you want to do? He goes, well, let's go to the park you said you would go to, take me to. And I said, okay, we can do that. He goes, I want to take Flash. I said, okay, we can take Flash. And had a great time at the park. It was a lot of fun. It was fun watching Kenyon and Flash chase the squirrels. That was absolutely hilarious. And sometimes Flash was a little bit faster than Kenyon and made Kenyon fall and just drug him for a little ways. I quietly chuckled on that, but then I had to ask Kenyon if he was okay. He said he was, and then a few seconds later he goes, well, maybe. So that was pretty cute. And then went to dinner with him and his parents tonight for dinner. And they took him home from there. But, yeah, it was a great weekend. Absolutely loved it. Let's just reset real quick. Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns returning. And what was really neat was Friday, Kenyon had asked me to go to his school for an assembly. So I said, sure. And I moved some appointments around to make it happen. And I told him I would be there to pick him up for school from his house. So I picked him up and his brother and sister and took them all to school. And then I walked in with Kenyon to the assembly. And it was a Veterans Day assembly. Veterans had a special seats, and they did an hour-long assembly for us. It was absolutely wonderful. I truly loved it, and I never felt more appreciated from young ones before. They ended up, the second graders, which is Kenyon, their class, instead of singing or anything like that, they had written letters to the veterans, and they came over and they each gave us letters. And I ended up getting 3 different letters, one from Kenyon and 2 from his classmates. And I'll tell you, they are just absolutely adorable. It really touched my heart. And then they gave us a little, snack pack. It was a little ball of edibles. Like I think of mine was let's see here. It was a small bag of Bugles, and then a couple of Reese's mint cups or something like that. But yeah, it was really nice. I was like I said, I was very proud to be a veteran there, and I felt very appreciated. Sadly enough, none of my family actually wished me Happy Veterans Day, which was kind of shocking there. But anyway, that's my family for you. But yeah, great being on the net tonight, and I'll let you go ahead and get on down the list there. It's been a good net, and of course you know my answer for trivias. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Shannon. It sounds like you had a really great weekend. It's good to hear that. You know, I have mixed feelings about things like Veterans Day assemblies and stuff like that. I don't like to be the center of attention, like, ever. And so whenever somebody says something, oh, who's a veteran, I tend to lean back and go, I don't know if I want to raise my hand. But I usually end up doing it. Or sometimes when my son is there, he'll raise my hand for me, which I guess is also good. So it's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but also from a personal perspective, I don't like to kind of be standing out in front of a bunch of people. So mixed feelings on things like that myself, but I definitely understand the appreciation and that sort of thing. So thanks for getting in there. It's good to hear you. And I'm going to identify real quick. This is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. Going through our list of check-ins for the VeekanNet, we are now down to KL7 Frozen Radio. How you doing, Mike? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, hello, Nick, and hello to all the Beaconeers, and thanks to the BeaconNet crew. You guys always put on a great net. This is KL7FR, also known as Frozen Radio, here in Willow, Alaska. It's 8 degrees, cloudy, and it's supposed to start snowing again soon. Got about a foot of snow on the ground so far, just in the past, well, since Monday. And supposed to snow another foot the next couple of days and then drop down to sub-zero temperatures. I was hoping it'd be clear tonight. I was looking on space weather, and the Aurora Oval is pretty strong. Looks like there'll be good northern lights tonight because of geomagnetic storm, but too cloudy, so I'm not going to see a light show. When this night started out and it was the Aurora Borealis net, I was the official Aurora spotter, and I never did see the northern lights that whole winter. And then in the spring I saw a light show, but the net had changed from the Aurora Borealis net to the bourbon barrel net. So I became the official bourbon taster for the bourbon barrel net. But then you guys changed it to the BeaconNet. But it gave me the hankering for bourbon, so I still like to sip some bourbon during the BeaconNet. Anyway, I'll pause for a reset.
W8WKY.
My dogs are outside right now. They're going nuts because there's been dog teams running by training. The dog teams are happy for the snow. And my dogs are sure happy to watch, and they've got front row seats about 20 feet from the trail that the various dog teams. Most of them are Iditarod teams. Some of them are mid-distance and short-distance teams, but lots of dog team activity. Willow is the dog mushing capital of Alaska, and Willow Lake is where they restart the Iditarod race. That's about a half mile from my house where the restart line is. They have a ceremonial start in downtown Anchorage, but the real race starts at Willow. And I was going to say something else about winter, but I forgot. Brain freeze, haha. Anyway, for the trivia, I'm going to say I think it's horseradish because that's the most potent of all those, what do you call them again, condiments. And I think it's still used as medicine, but I think mustard has medicinal properties as well. But I'll say D for Dustin and horseradish. And on the alternate question, I had to really think about that, but the Cornwaldo bean clan is 144,000 strong. And they eat pizza 5 times a day, so I'm told, so that has to be the right answer. So I'll say double D, or Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, great net tonight. 7-3 to all the Beaconeers. KL7 Frozen Radio, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Delta and Delta. We love hearing you in here, so always get back all winter whenever you can. And next we go down to KG4 SCK. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Hey, good evening, just Nick and everyone on the net. Yeah, we had a wonderful luncheon with the Norse crew up there at the Hooley House at Westlake, and we did get 50% off as veterans. I had a Cajun chicken sandwich on sourdough, pretty tasty, and they got like a private room for them in there. We packed that private room out and just have a ball, sitting across from Josh and Mary and sitting next to KD8SLG and a fellow named Brian. We were just all chatting it up. Really good time. The trivia question, well, my first knee jerk is ketchup. I think that's alpha. But I know mustard has antibacterial properties, I believe. It's not supposed to go bad. And you would think horseradish, yeah, that's some potent stuff. But I'm going to go with my first knee-jerk ketchup, and FQV said ketchup, so yeah, that's got to be right. The second question. Man, Alan, I really want to go with the 3,006,000 pounds. When I make my own pizza, yeah, it's about that heavy. And most people are going for the 100 acres. I can't believe that, but FQB picked that one too, so I will too. So I think it's going to be alpha and whatever the one FQB picked. Alpha and alpha. Bravo and alpha. Okay. I'm done. KG4SCK, back to net.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got you down there for Bravo and Alpha. Good to hear you, sir. Next, we had two in and out stations. They were K8QOY Joe and KC3WOV Cody. That takes us down to KI5 TAQ Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Good evening, everybody. This is KI5TAQ. It's getting a little cooler here in the Tulsa metro area. To answer your trivia question, I'm thinking, or I should say maybe my sweetheart is also thinking maybe, mustard? I don't know. She may not be thinking or may not be helping me much, but I'm thinking either A, mustard, or B, ketchup. I think I'm going to go with B as in ketchup. And then as far as the pizza question, some people like the answer B for that one. Though I could also go with frozen radio, enough to feed the entire Cornwaddle bean plant for 7 years. So we'll see. We just got done with, like Alan mentioned, we got done with the American Airlines Amateur Radio Club net, and we just enjoyed having a good old time there. And not much else to add. And I'll just sit by and listen. This is KI5TAQ, sending it back to net control.
All right, thanks for hanging with us there, sir. And we got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Next, we have VA3CQA Brian from Toronto. Brian, take it away. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Quebec Alpha. Sounds like we saw you trying to check in, but we didn't get any audio. If you want to try to come back again, we'd appreciate it. Go ahead with your traffic for the BeaconNet. The suspicion is maybe a link timed out, but see how that goes. I'll give you a second to sort that out. All right, hearing nothing from Brian there. Maybe he's able to disconnect and reconnect and recheck with us here shortly. So if you hear me out there, Brian, try to disconnect and reconnect if you can, and see if you can get back in with us. We're going to go down to next to KI5DAY Alan, see what his comments are for the net this evening. Alan, take it away. All right, Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee. Alan, are you reading me? Are you able to check in with us?
Is it okay to check in request?
All right, stand by for one moment. We're trying to sort some stuff out here. It looks like we're not getting everybody checked in that we need to, or getting back to our traffic. All right, go ahead with your call sign and check-in request.
W8WKY.
Yeah, BeaconNet, this is a KJ5ATA from Central Texas. Guy. Yeah, I was just listening in. I was listening to some radio silence. Was quite curious of what that was about. As far as the trivia questions, it's about condiments and pizza. I don't quite know what the questions were, but I was really interested. Good to hear from Frozen Radio, and that he's up there going to experience his snows and his northern lights with his dogs. Haven't heard from him for a while, so anyways, just something to say. But anyways, what was the trivia questions again? Something about condiments and pizza.
Yeah, Guy, thank you. We'll try to get back to you there. We're trying to get some traffic in here. The sounds you heard is, I think, some nodes timed out. So we were trying to reach out to some of our digital check-ins. We tried VA3CQA. I'm going to try them again. VA3CQA, Brian, are you reading me? This is KEQK on the WWKY repeater. All right, hearing nothing from Brian there. Let's try to go back up to Alan, KI5DAY, see if he has any traffic for the net this evening. Alan, if you can hear me, come back, please.
KI5DAY, yeah, I'm hearing you fine, Nick. I heard you there before the other station came in there with you. Yeah, it's been a great weekend. Man, I had a lot of fun this weekend, and I'm off for a while now on vacation, so got a lot to do. Got a lot of things I really need to get done, so I'm hoping tomorrow I'll get motivated to go after those things, and I'm hoping to maybe even take a trip out of town, so we'll see how that goes. And I don't know, man, it's been a great weekend. I did get involved in some veteran stuff over the weekend. That was fun, and I really enjoy my VFW post, though. If you're not in one, if you're a veteran, whether you went to action or not, I'd highly recommend joining a group, and you don't have to be super involved. You can just go there from time to time and hang out with other guys and past former soldiers. It's a lot of fun, and it's really uplifting, I think, in a lot of ways. But anyways, for my main trivia question answer, I'm going to go ahead and pick A, and the reason why was when I was a kid. Anytime we got some kind of little burn or something like that, my mom would put mustard on it. It was like mustard was a cure-all, you know. I guess that's better than putting salve on it. But, yeah, anyways, mustard seemed to be a cure-all. I heard something about ketchup I was reading a while back being an old remedy for treating wounds. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, I'll be standing by, so whenever you need me to read the trivia question again, I'll be ready for that. With that, great net as always. I really enjoyed the Beacon Net. It's a blast. But back over to you, KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, we're going to get back to you here in just a minute to get that question reread. First, we're going to go back up to KE8VZA. Eric, get the primary question read, and then we'll get back to you for the alternate question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the trivia question. In the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? A, mustard, B, ketchup, C, Worcestershire sauce, or D, horseradish. Let me take a break. I'll read it again. Okay, in the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? Alpha, mustard, Bravo, ketchup, C, Worcestershire sauce, or Delta, horseradish. And it's KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go down to KI5DAY. Alan, get the alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY returning, and it's good to be here. It's good to be anywhere, you know. Better than the alternative. Hi. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. Here we go. It is estimated that every day in the United States, Americans consume approximately how much pizza? Is it A, enough to cover 100 acres, B, roughly 3.6 million pounds of pizza, C, enough to fill 2,550 semi-trailers full, or D, enough to feed the entire Cornwaldo bean clan for 7 years? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. And this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater. Still going through check-ins for the Beacon Net. All right, let's see here. Next station that we have, we've read the questions. Guy, I know you checked in. We'll get back to you for your comments here in a few minutes. We have 2 more stations ahead of you on the list. We're going to go to KJ5CGJ. Oh, Aussie, how you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Well, let's start with trivia. I'm going to go with Alpha Mustard, and I'm going to go with D to feed that clan for 7 years, whatever it was, the Cornwalls or something like that. I'm going with that just because that sounds like an interesting answer. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot to share, just that I haven't already been sharing, so I'll just send it back to net and let you head on down.
All right, thank you, sir. We got you down there for Alpha and Delta. Next, we have Ed9ZIV. Dwayne, how you doing tonight, Dwayne? And what traffic do you have for us? November 9, Zulu India Victor, Dwayne. Are you out there, and do you have traffic for the Beacon Net this evening? All right, hearing nothing from Dwayne, perhaps we'll get back to him later, or we'll hear a recheck from him. Well, now we'll go down to KJ5ATA. Guy, how you doing, Guy? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Yeah, BeaconNet. Yeah, this is KJ5ATA from Central Texas. Yeah, now that I know the questions for the trivia, I'm going to have to say, in my take, it's going to be Delta. I think that's the horseradish as a condiment for healing or to apply on wounds and such. I don't know if there was in the 1830s. I don't know how popular ketchup and mustard was, or what the other thing was, but I'm pretty sure there was a lot of horseradish and however, that was the only thing I really have to refrigerate. The other ones you don't. Anyways, and then for the second one, I think they have to be enough pizza to feed the Corn Waldo clan. I think that's probably the answer for that, because I think the Corn Waldos consume a lot of pizza, and that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, that's all I got to talk about for that subject as we talk. So, anyways, we'll get back to that.
All right, thank you, guys. Got you on there for Delta and Delta, and thanks for checking in with us. All right, this is KQKO, the WWKY repeater, going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We are at the bottom of our list, so we have room for some additional check-ins. Anyone who has not checked into the BeaconNet that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign now, phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Control, Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, VK2DY, Robert in Sydney.
Kilo Charlie 0 Lima Romeo Mike, KC0 LRM Kelly in Tulsa.
All right, got two more check-ins there. We have VK2DY and KC0LRM, Kelly. So let's go up to Robert, VK2DY. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney, 3:05 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Is overcast and 75 Fahrenheit. So a rather cool day for this part of late spring here. Yesterday we were in the 90s Fahrenheit. We're going to be there tomorrow. So interesting up and down temperatures here. It is Monday afternoon, and I'm going to guess. Let's see. Well, the 1830s part has got to be the key, because all of those things I think were folk medicines at one time or another. But 1830s, let's try ketchup. That's I think that was probably near the beginning of ketchup. So I think it probably was marketed as a medicine at one point. But that would be my guess. And let's see, what else about the other one? Let's do the acres, because that seems to be a convenient way to measure pizzas and acres. So I'll take the acres answer for the other trivia question. Other than that, it's a quiet day today. Just about to go out shopping in the Costco. This weekend went to my area of Sydney is about 20% Indian. So we've had a number of Diwali, I guess it's Diwali celebrations here. Festival of Light, Indian Festival of Light, and it's kind of neat. All sorts of good food and music and dancing, all sorts of good stuff. So that was the one thing I did over the weekend was celebrate Diwali. Thank you so much for taking my check-in. VK2DY, back to that.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Gosh, down there for Bravo and Alpha. It's always good to hear you checking in from Sydney, Australia, so keep it coming. We like to hear you. And next we are now down to KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
Day here, we're like about 49 degrees. I think we got up to 70 today. I did get on the boredom breaking out this afternoon and got a little work done around the house as usual, and just kind of relaxing and getting ready for tomorrow, and didn't get a chance to watch any football, but that's all right. I watched a little bit yesterday. That's about all I got. Let me give you my trivia answer before I forget. I think the first one I'm going to go A, and the second one I'm going to go B, so just make something different there. Thanks for running that, and I'll let you get back and get back in that control. I'll let you get to the next check in there, and maybe one last call. All right, everybody have a good evening out there, and once again, I know Veterans Day is over, but thanks to all the vets and their families. It's well appreciated. That's why we have this beautiful country we have. All right, everybody have a good night.
All right, thank you, Kelly. You know what? The net logger doesn't have your answers in there yet, and I heard them but didn't hear them. Can you come back with your trivia answers one more time to make sure we get them correctly?
Yeah, the first one I'm going to go A, mustard, and B for the second one. I think it was 3,600,000 pounds or something like that. All right, that's it. Thanks.
All right, sir. Thank you. We're actually going to put you down for A, mustard. Mustard was alpha, and then the 3.6 million pounds was Bravo. So the alpha and Bravo. Thanks for getting in there. The next station we had here, maybe got picked up by my net logger, possibly over a digital node or something. KE8CAB. I believe that was Eric. If that's the station that tried to check in, go ahead and come back. If you tried to check in just a few minutes ago and that's not your call sign, we probably have it wrong, so come back with that as well.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Charlie Alpha Bravo, KQ4, CAB, J, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Sorry about the late call in there.
Oh, that's no problem, Jay. We appreciate you getting in there. So sometimes, here's what happens. Sometimes, if there's a bit of a pileup between like analog signals here and digital nodes, my net logger is on a digital node. I am not, and there are times when he will hear the call sign and I will not hear the call sign, and vice versa. So we can get that sorted out. But it sounds like we got you in there. There's a Kilo Quebec 4, Charlie Alpha Bravo J. Go ahead with your traffic, sir.
Well, thank you for calling on me, KQ4CAB. Been a bright, nice day here in North Carolina. It's presently 53 degrees. I remember when I was a young child, my grandmother, who was born in the 1800s, used to tell me they used a lot of mustard, and they would get the mustard plant, which actually grows wild here in North Carolina, and make salve out of it and other things like that. So I'm going to go with A on the first trivia question, and you know, I'm not a pizza person. I don't know too many people that are not pizza people, but I'm just not. And I'll go with B also, the 390,000 pounds or whatever it was, that answer there. Thank you for calling on me. Hello to everybody, and thanks to all the veterans out there. KQ4CAB, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jay. Got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. Okay, we're at about 11:15 here, so before we go any further, we're going to go up through our net control stations that are still around. We're going to go talk to AB8MO Andy, get his comments for the net tonight, and see how he's doing. So, Andy, take it away.
This is AB8MO on the mighty W8OKE repeater. Okay. We're running on razor thin margins. Half of our net control team checked out already. So I'm ready to turn into a pumpkin myself here. So I'll just keep it brief here. I'm going to pick the least popular answer for the main trivia question. There's only one other taker for Worcestershire sauce, so I'll go with that. And the 33.6 million pounds of pizza sounds A-OK to me. It kind of drives me nuts with the way the links just like randomly time out. So, I guess between you listening on the repeater and I'm listening on the digital side, I still don't get everything. You'd have to type in the blue screen because if the links time out and somebody checks into the repeater, I don't hear it. And nobody else does that's outside of Doylestown does either. So it's just the way it is. We got to just leave space, and even when we do leave space, sometimes it times out. So I don't know anymore. Throw it back to you there, Nick. Everybody have a great night. I'm about ready to hit the sack myself. KE8QKO and the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. Yeah, some of those net control stations, they bow out pretty early. I know when they have their Wednesday night nets, we tend to all stick around a lot more. I don't know about that, but that's how it is. I know he's out there with no responsibilities whatsoever listed, and there's no trivia answers listed. So we're going to see if KD8 SLG Nick is listening to the Beacon Net tonight. And if he is, and he would like to pass some traffic on to us, we'll pass it off to him. Nick, if you're out there, take it away. All right, he's not out there. I guess maybe I'll see him at the meeting this Thursday. Maybe have to have some words for him, but we'll see how that goes. And next, we know KDDPC went to bed. We talked to him earlier, and we are now down to KVZA Eric. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Hi, Nick at night. Hi, everyone out there. It's good to hear everyone. Let's see. I also was at the Nor's Lunch Saturday at the Hooley Pub and Kitchen. It was great to see everybody. We did pack that room in, like Mark said. Second time we've done that. It's really cool. Food's great there. The atmosphere is great. And, of course, the company is the best. Awesome Browns game today. Nail biter down to the last 3 seconds. And I flipped over to the Lions game, and their game ended the same way. They beat the Chargers. Hope I didn't spoil it for anybody who recorded it. The last 3 seconds. It was pretty amazing. Here lately, this weekend, I've been working on figuring out running a second feed line for an HF antenna from the radio room out to the rear wall of the house. I got a couple antennas I want to test before I figure out what I'm going to go with, and a couple antennas I have on hand before I go spend money on something else or make something else. So need a feed point for that. So noodling with that. What else? that's pretty much it. Everyone have a great beginning of the week. And trivia questions, obviously the first question I'm going to abstain, and the second question I'm going to go with Bravo. So with that, this is KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Cash on there for Bravo for the alternate question. Sounds like a good time at the Hooley House. Okay, this is KEKO and the WWKY repeater. We've gone through our BeaconNet crew. We've gone through all of our check-ins. And we're going to do one more round of check-ins. One more round before we go up and get our answers, our trivia answers read for us. So if you have not checked into the BeaconNet and you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Alpha, Sandusky, Ohio.
All right, we have K8WA Gary from Sandusky checking in there. Are there any additional check-ins to the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. K8WA Gary. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Here is KAWA. Good evening, Nick and the group. I started late getting in here, and I seen you had 39 check-ins, so I had to put you over 40. So other than that, I didn't hear questions, and not knowing the questions, not knowing the answers, I'll say B and B. I don't know what the answers are. So back to you, KAWA.
Well, you know what? We have a few more minutes. We can read the questions for you before we go back through and get our answers. So, K8VZA, Eric, can you read the question for us again, the primary question, without the answer, or without the actual answer read, and just read the question for Gary?
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. Yes, sir, Nick. Okay, the main trivia question. In the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? A, mustard. B, ketchup. C, Worcestershire sauce. Or D, horseradish. In the 1830s, what condiment was used as a medicine? A, mustard. B, ketchup. C, Worcestershire sauce. Or D, horseradish. KE8VZA, back to net control.
Thank you, sir. Next, we're going on to KI5DAY Alan and get the alternate question read for us. Alan, can you read the alternate question again?
KI5DAY returning, yes, but you're going to have to add another zero to my paycheck for this. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. I'm going to read it one time, and I'll read it slowly. Here we go. It is estimated that every day in the United States, Americans consume approximately how much pizza? Is it A, enough to cover 100 acres, B, roughly 3,600,000 pounds of pizza, C, enough to fill 2,550 semi-trailers full, or D, enough to feed the entire Cornwaldo bean clan for 7 years? KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go back down to K8WA Gary. How you doing, sir? What's your trivia answers tonight?
Okay, Nick, as far as the medicine, I'd definitely say horseradish. But one time I had my head stopped up really bad, and I went to a bar during lunch, and they had a fried bologna sandwich, and I smeared it with the horseradish I had. It was so strong, it just drained my sinuses right then and there. So I got to need medicine, I believe it was. And pieces, I think 2,000 trucks, whatever that one was. So I probably got 50% on that. KEWA.
All right, Gary, thank you. You guys are for Delta and Charlie. I'm going to say this. I think great minds maybe think alike, because that's what I was going to go with as well. So put me down for Delta and Charlie. And I'm going to go with my comments for the net. It's been kind of a busy few days. I'll share with everybody. My wife's uncle passed away in Indianapolis last week. I mentioned it on the Beacon Net on Wednesday. So I don't like to mention when I have to travel, but so it was in Indiana. We had to drive out there Thursday night. We actually drove to Columbus, then drove to Indianapolis on Friday in the morning and drove back, which is, 3 hours each way. But got to go out for the funeral for that, and then my son's Boy Scout troop had an event yesterday. So it's been a very busy weekend, lots of traveling and things going on, lots of early mornings. But I'll say one thing, he was a retired fireman, and also he was on the FEMA team that responded to natural disasters like Katrina and September 11th. So there was a lot of tears, a lot of a man giving everything of himself to his community, and ultimately ends up taking his life. So whatever that's worth, that was my weekend, and it was good and bad all around. Also very, very exhausting all around. But yeah, it's been a pretty crazy weekend. Today was a nice day to actually relax, and before I have to go back to work tomorrow. Anyway, before we go any further, we're going to go up to K8VZA Eric, and we're going to get the primary trivia answer read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. So, in the 1830s, it was ketchup that was used as a medicine. According to Ripley's Believe It or Not, 1834, Dr. John Cook Bennett added tomatoes to ketchup. Previously, ketchup had been a concoction of fish and or mushrooms. The addition of tomatoes meant it added a plethora of vitamins and antioxidants to the sauce. And he claimed it could cure many ailments, including diarrhea, indigestion, jaundice, rheumatism, and he had a pill salesman, Archibald Miles, make his sauce into an extract of tomato pills. And then there was competition. And then people figured out that it really didn't work, but it was pretty tasty on food. So it failed as a medicine and continued on as a condiment. So that was the answer there. Bravo, ketchup. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Looks like I got that one wrong. We'll see how it works out on the alternate question. So we'll get on to Alan, KI5DAY, to get that answer read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY returning. Sorry, yeah, Nick, I misunderstood part of your transmission there about your uncle. I wasn't hearing you so good. Your last transmission was fuzzy, but this last one you just came in on was perfect, so I don't know. Sometimes that happens when I'm on the Claremore repeater, which is what I'm talking on here locally. But anyways, here's tonight's alternate trivia question answer. Let me let this drop. It is estimated that every day in the United States, Americans consume approximately how much pizza? The actual answer is, believe it or not, enough to cover 100 acres. Although more people picked the 3,600,000 pounds, the actual answer is 100 acres of coverage from pizza is how much we eat. It says approximately in America 3 billion pizzas are sold every year. So Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, which amounts to about 350 slices per second. Strange as that is, and I'm one of those pizza-eating people, so yeah. There you go. Great net as always. KI5DAY, back to net.
thank you, Alan. Yeah, for some reason, I actually thought it was probably more than that. So, I'm a pizza-eating person myself. There's some pizza in the fridge from earlier today. We didn't feel like cooking, so yeah, that's how it goes. All right, well, we got our trivia answers read for us. I got none of them right. Some people got some right, and that's how it goes. This is K8QKO in the WWKR repeater. Now, sometimes, or often, there is usually at least one more person out there with a recheck or check in or has been listening and doesn't want to answer the questions or whatever. I'd like to check into the Beacon Net before we close it down. So I'm going to open up one more time, and I say again one more time for check-ins. If there's anyone out there who would like to check in or recheck to the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Fox Queen Victor, recheck.
All right, I had KC8FQV with a recheck, and I had static. Somebody was in there with static. If you're trying to get in, you want to try to get in one more time, please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, Neon Brewster.
YP1, Kilo
All right, I had WD8 LLA Neil, and I think it was KC8YPY, but you were real staticky. Do you want to try to come back with a confirmation on that?
Back out, back. I'm not taking that.
All right, we take it there one more time. I had WD8 LLA Neil checked in there. I have KE8YPY. I think that's Henry checking in. And then it looks like my net control station picked up a KG5 station. KG5. If you try to get in with us, can you try to call back again? All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps the KG5 station is not able to make it. So before we go forward, for a check-in, W8LLA Neil, how you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Oh, everything's pretty quiet. I just woke up, sitting in my chair, fell asleep. Must have been 9 o'clock, and the radio woke me up, so I thought I'd check in.
All right, thank you there, Neil. Yeah, a good nap is a good thing to have. I think you said the radio woke you up, and then we lost your transmission. You're getting in a little scratchy there, but it's good to hear from you. Good to enjoy that nap and enjoy the rest of the sleep this evening. And next we had KE8YPY Henry. How you doing, Henry? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Coming in because I was using the Goya and 7.1 and yeah, I actually was guessing. I was listening and I guessed the trivia answers both correct. I thought that was funny. But I haven't been on my radio much. Like, Wrestmasters stuff. I KYPY, back to net control.
All right, Henry, thank you. You were coming in really scratchy, but I think I picked up most of what you had to say. I think there was a point where you asked how you were sounding, and it was scratchy. But yeah, it's good to hear you able to get the questions guessed correctly. I know sometimes I've done that myself, then got in later. Yeah, good to hear from you, sir, and always welcome to check in with us whenever you hear us, whenever you need to. And next we had KC8FQV, Mark with a recheck. Mark, take it away.
All right, well, they reset everything so we don't stack them. That's what's happening. Sometimes the repeaters get stacked up and then they don't get reset. I always say that all the stuff is different things. You know, a repeater, the Heinz 57 variety, it can be designed, there's no one designed the same. That 57 variety. It's a Heinz 57 variety, and that's the Echolink. That's a Heinz 57 variety where that thing gets set up. And of course, Allstar's another one. It's a Heinz 57 variety. And then they keep adding all these other things to it. You know, all these other modes and nodes and whatever. It was never designed to do what we're doing with that. You know, that's why they have them comm centers that Aries and Raisies work with, or just a group of hams get together and they sit in a trailer or in a room and they pass things via paper so they can get everything communicated at the EMA offices, and they'll have them signs above the desks that say fire, EMS, cities, government, schools, so they can do all the communications. And there's people trying to do it now without the people, and that's why we have some of the issues. We have NAEI wrote a good article on our website, W8WKY. Take a read at that, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. When you say it wasn't designed, I'd go for certain things. I would almost wonder whether it was really designed for what we use it for. And just for if you start looking at the way that digital modes work, and you look at the way cell phones and Wi-Fi and everything else we rely on in our life works, it's all over radio, and it's all thanks to, in some shape or form, experimentation on amateur radio bands and people learning and enjoying the hobby as it is to help us progress with the technology they have. So I welcome all the digital modes because they're based off of some semblance of what we all experience in our everyday life, and the future of radio and how we use it will expand our society in ways that we probably can't even fathom at the moment. But thanks for checking in with us, sir, and thanks for your recheck. Now I'm going to break for time. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8QWE, AV8MO, KE8VZA, KD8SLG, and KD8EPC, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Browner Net, also on the W8WKI repeater, every morning at 7 a.m., except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check us out on check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
K8 YPY, ABNMO. You still there, Henry? Oh, hi, Henry. Can you catch me on the 110 repeater? I want to talk with you for a couple minutes. It won't be long 'cause it's late, but wanted to catch up with you real quick. Give me about 2 minutes here to fold things up, and I'll give you a call over there, okay?
YPY? Yeah, I'll go right over there. YPY? I'm going to the 110 repeater. See ya.
All right, I'll catch you on the 110 in a moment. ABNMO.
W8WKY repeater PL114.8. W8WKY.